Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the fall and Halloween collections from Dolores. These collections are available right now and they have been for a little bit. I didn't receive the polishes until the day of release, so it did take me a little bit of time having to lean over my nail desk and get them all swatched and everything to get this video out, and I apologize for that, but I do have them in case you just wanted to look at some beautiful polishes as well. But they are available right now and they have been available for a hot second. In the description box below, I will link the Dolores site, I will link their Instagram page, and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from these collections. I do also have a 10% off discount code. It's not an affiliate code, it's just a thank you from Carolina for watching my video and ordering her polishes. So we do have a total of 11 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Dolores, and this is described as a white crelly with white, green, orange, and purple glitters in various shapes and sizes, as well as black shreds. So here is our first coat of Dolores. So this one is in a milky white crelly base. It is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, and I did have a little bit of flooding. That was my bad. Formula is smooth though, easy to apply, not too thick or too thin considering everything that's in there. You get a ton of glitter out without having to do much manipulation. You will want top coat to smooth everything out, and this one will be difficult to remove. So there is 3 coats. Up next we have Clarice, and this is described as an orange crelly with green glitter, purple glitter, and iridescent flakies. Here is our first coat of Clarice, and this one is a jelly base, so a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but it is actually pretty opaque, all things considered. A ton of glitter out, again with minimal manipulation, completely opaque in 2 coats, will dry textured, and will be difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats. Up next we have Carrie, and this is simply described as a metallic holographic purple. Here is our first coat of Carrie. This covers pretty well here on this first coat. Very smooth, easy to work with formula. Again, no running or pulling on this one. Very flashy on the nail. The metallic elements stand out nicely. Completely opaque in 2 coats. It dries dull, so you'll want a top coat, but nothing is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats. Next up we have Annabelle, and this is described as a light gray crelly with copper shimmer and copper hollow blend glitter, as well as orange hollow blend glitter. Here is our first coat of Annabelle. So this one is pretty sheer here on this first coat, but again, a smooth, easy to work with formula. Dolores does these crelly formulas really nicely. It is building up here on 2 coats. We are more so building up all of this glitter, but it's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a 3rd coat, and this does bring it to full opacity. This will dry dull and slightly textured, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off, and it will be a little bit difficult to remove. So there is 3 coats. And lastly, from the Halloween collection, we have Rosemary, and this is described as a clear base with white, green, orange, and purple glitters in various shapes and sizes, as well as black shredded glitter. So this is the same glitter mix that's in Dolores, but this one is in a clear base, whereas that one was in a white base. Here's 1 coat of Rosemary over a neon orange for a Halloween effect. A ton of glitter comes out. You will want top coat to finish this off, and you can sponge it on for full opacity. This one will also be difficult to remove, and a little glitter manipulation is necessary. And then moving on to the fall collection, we have Sweater Weather, and this is described as a cranberry red with a subtle green to gold shifty shimmer. Here's our first coat of Sweater Weather. This one covers really well here on this first coat. I can deepen the color a little bit with a 2nd coat, so I am going to go ahead and do that, but if you only had time for 1 coat, you could definitely pull this off in just 1 coat. This will dry dull, so you'll want a glossy top coat, but nothing's going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats.
Next up we have Picking Pumpkins, and this is described as a brick orange with a orange to green shifting shimmer.
Here is our first coat of Picking Pumpkins. This one is nicely saturated, very opaque here on this first coat. Not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat, but again, if you only had time for one coat, you could definitely pull this off. So this is completely opaque in 2 coats. It'll dry a little dull, so you want a top coat, but nothing will dry textured or be difficult to remove.
Next up we have Scattered Leaves, and this is described as a mustard yellow with copper shimmer and ultra chrome chameleon flakies that shift from violet to pink to gold.
Here is our first coat of Scattered Leaves, and this one also covers pretty well here on this first coat considering it's a yellow. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat and help build those flakies up as well. That is opaque in 2 coats for me. This one will dry dull, so you'll want a top coat. It also looks really good matte though, and nothing in this one will be difficult to remove either, so there's 2 coats.
Up next we have Love and Lemons, and this is described as a bright shamrock green with a green to blue shifting shimmer and ultra chrome chameleon flakies.
Here's our first coat of Love and Lemons, and I was actually really surprised with how many flakes it came out with this one. Formula is good and smooth, easy to work with. I'm going to build this one up also in 2 coats. This one is going to dry dull, so you'll want a top coat to finish this off. It also looks really good with a matte top coat, and nothing will dry textured or be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats.
Next up we have Lavender Tea, and this is described as a dark lavender purple with aurora shimmer, rainbow crystal chameleon flakies, and ultra chrome chameleon flakies.
Here is our first coat of Lavender Tea. Again, you get a great amount of flakies out, just a little sheer here on this first coat. Smooth, easy to work with formula. I didn't have any kind of staining, running, or pulling with this one. This is completely opaque in 2 coats for me. This one is also going to dry dull, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off. I do recommend trying it out matte, but it won't be difficult to remove either.
And then lastly for today we have Hayride, and this is described as a coppery medium brown with aurora shimmer, iridescent chameleon glitter, and ultra chrome chameleon flakies.
And here's our first coat of Hayride. So this one also has a good formula, not too thick, not too thin, no running or pulling or staining. The shimmer that's in here stands out really nicely. It is completely opaque in 2 coats for me. You do want to kind of make sure to work in straighter strokes just to control the brush stroking, but nothing's going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these collections. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up or if you already have, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye. So from the Halloween collection, Annabelle is my favorite. This is so gorgeous. I love a good gray polish, but the accented oranges in here are just so beautiful. It's not surprisingly something that I have yet. Very good formula. Clarice does really well on her Crellies. So really liked Annabelle. And then, surprise, from the fall collection, Scattered Leaves is my favorite. I do lean very mustardy and the ultra chrome chameleon flakies and adding a matte top coat, and it's just all around beautiful. So Scattered Leaves and Annabelle would be my 2 choices of the 2 collections.